Guests, you may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain James Poston, Navy Reserve Rapid Research and Development, Commanding Officer.
Good afternoon, everyone. Admiral, thank you. And esteemed guests, thank you very much. Shipmates, colleagues, friends, family, thank you. Captain Washington, thank you. Wow. You never cease to amaze me. Great gifts. So again, why the formal change of command? We're gathered here for the change of command, which is a time-honored part of the customs and traditions of the United States Navy. And I'm one of those guys. I'm a traditions and customs type person, so I love this part of the Navy. And this is probably going to be one of those things that I'll miss the most. It's a tradition that goes back to our cousins across the pond in the Royal Navy. In this process, you will observe a definitive part of the ceremony where I will read my orders, as will Captain Dunga, followed by an unmistakable shift of command as I am relieved. And this harkens back to the days of sail, when this would be done in a very observable part of the ship, quarterdeck or the forecastle, and there would be no misunderstanding of who was in command. But before we do that, I want to take a little reflection on my tenure here as CO from December 2016 until now, November 2018. Before we get there, I already said that. I took command of a unit in a very good shape from then Captain Martin Risky, under whose command the Rapid Research and Development Unit had won the Rear Admiral Hugh Smith NRP Unit of the Year award in fiscal year 15. This was obviously a well-oiled machine and firing on all cylinders. It could only go down, right? But alas, I inherited a very good team and many new additions after I took command. First and foremost, I was blessed with 4 06s. I was also blessed with a Captain Select, now Captain, Skipper, Sean Denham, Beaker. He was my right arm as executive assistant, and his confidence bolstered my resolve in architecting a plan that would work. After meeting with my active duty boss, Rear Admiral Shane Gahagan, which unfortunately he could not be with us today, and getting his commander's intent, and also guided by Rear Admiral McGinnis and NAVAIR Commander Paul Grossbag's commander's intent, we carved up our unit into a support plan with 4 distinct mission areas. And those were cyber, systems engineering transformation, readiness engineering, and rapid innovative systems. These mission areas were set up to be composite and would be across both the headquarters and detachment wardrooms. Our detachment was in San Diego headquarters here at PAX. By utilizing the strengths inherent in my captains, we were able to be creative and use the resources both of the unit and the NRP to best effect. I want to tell you about the A-team that I was blessed to have working with me. For instance, Captain Todd White, himself a 30-year captain about to retire. In fact, Todd and family, I don't see you, please stand up. I want to recognize you.
I don't know what the family was.
Okay. But please stand up, Todd. I want to recognize you for 30 years of honorable service. We obviously can't have a ceremony here today, but I wish you the best of luck in retirement. So please join me. Todd did an outstanding job as cyber mission lead, and along with Commander Eric Rubenstein, they devised a visionary plan to use members from all across the NRP with the requisite skill sets for cyber warfare tasking. Captain White's cyber team worked with the NAVAIR Enterprise Cyber Warfare Detachment and were successful at accomplishing great service and further proving the Units Without Borders concept within the NRP. Systems engineering transformation is an area that Rear Admiral Gahagan expressed needed much support as possible within the NAVAIR 4.0 and NAC-AD organization to accelerate systems engineering process and acquisition of naval aviation products. For those familiar with the systems engineering valley of death, the verification and validation and the iterative processes that often lead to crippling delays in getting products to the warfighter, SET is starting to reveal strengths, and I am confident will help to bridge the valley of death. Using model-based systems engineering and digital models, working collaboratively between the government and industry with subject matter experts and decision makers on both sides, together will greatly accelerate the Navy lifting effort of acquisition. Captain Kay Griffiths. Kay, I don't see you. But Kay herself, a post-command leader and systems engineering SME, the system subject matter expert at Boeing, in her day job, quickly took charge and working with SAS, Mr. Dave Cohen, helped craft the plan and vision for implementing the concepts of systems engineering transformation in NAVAIR. Kay's team of military officers and engineers working with NAVAIR professionals have moved the ball significantly in this area. In readiness engineering, Captain John Rugg hove to and actively worked with customers in Air 4.6 and 4.8 to further define and refine requirements that we as a unit inherited. Folks such as Lieutenant Commander Frank Ionero, Lieutenant J.G. Ben McGinnis, and others worked hard to get safety and ergonomics enhancing products to naval aviation maintainers. This is a community without a program of record to support them. John also worked with the DET to partner with the ISIL unit to continue their good work on hull mapping for FA-18 aircraft and reduce the strike fighter gap in ready basic aircraft. Finally, the Rapid Innovative Systems Mission Area had 2 leads under my tenure. Captain Carl Pistol, a post-command 06, stood up this mission area in the remains of what was then the legacy PGSS and Tiger Shark Copperhead mission areas. This year, Captain Van McKinney, a seasoned captain in his own right, took over as mission lead, and in addition to supporting legacy efforts such as high-energy laser experimentation, has helped lead the addition of UAS training support with Commander Chad Trevelt's help, U.S. Navy Test Pilot School instruction with Commander Adam Klein, and fleet design support with Commander Jeremy DeYoung. Fleet design is a CNO-directed effort to integrate ISR targeting capabilities across the naval enterprise and the naval tactical grid, and led to participation in Black Dart and Valiant Shield exercises this year. In addition to the defined mission areas in 2017, due to an audible from Air 40 Bravo, Captain Brian Samat Wasaki, who unfortunately could not be here either, and with Rear Admiral Gahagan and Mr. Saffone's urging, and the ever-present oversight of Miss Mary Watts, who everyone knows Miss Mary, our unit also took the lead in being the sponsor for active duty reserve support to the urgent physiological event analysis effort affecting the T-45 and FA-18 fleet of aircraft. Then Captain Select Denahan vetted resumes and orders requests, coordinated the schedules, and helped me in administrative tasking with the invaluable support of Ms. Kelly Weiner. I know there you are, Kelly, so thank you very much. In that same audible sense, in 2018, U.S. Navy Test Pilot School flight instructor support with Commander Klein, who is a NASA astronaut T-38 flight instructor and operator instructor with UAS Test Directorate, were audibles as well. Captain Select, now Captain Melissa Ford, was invaluable in helping me to keep the constant stream of noise inherent in the normal course of being a CO. Melissa was a steady hand and a voice of reason. Through any crises, and many thanks are due. Thank you, Melissa. In fact, this is a time to recognize both of my EAs who were promoted to captain. Not a bad record, I think, and a source of joy and pride for me as their skipper, and the opportunities it brings to them personally and to the NRP and the Navy in general. Thanks to you both. This year I was also blessed to have Commander Steve Bissell as XO. And Steve, I know you're hiding back in the background somewhere, but I want to recognize Steve. He did an outstanding job of taking my mumbles and rambles, as we engineers do, and making them substantive directions to the headquarters unit, and made sure there were no bits and pieces left on the floor. Thanks, Steve. You will do well in your upcoming command. He's been selected for command. On the dead side, I had an effective leader in Commander Chuck Sweeney. Please ask you to join me in prayer for Chuck. He had a heart condition this week, so a little scary, but he's going to be okay. It was an ablation. But Chuck was he was the leading as the OIC in 2017. I never had to worry about the debt because he was totally engaged, and I had a hands-off approach other than helping them set the vision and the direction of where we were going as a combined unit, and allowed them to be autonomous. Likewise, Commander Dave Schubkagel has done a masterful job of wisely leading the debt in this year. Dave and I served together in Afghanistan and PGSS, and I had no doubt how well he would lead, based on experience I had with him in theater. Many thanks to both of you. And of course, I had great help from department head leadership and all unit members. Hopefully it's intuitive, but let me state it categorically. The unit's success was all due to their efforts, your efforts. I get to stand up here and take credit and report to leadership, which is a pleasant experience when you do that well, while you guys just get more tasking. So take this opportunity to say thank you. Having been a person previously in a full-time civilian career, I'm since retired for those who don't know from my civilian career, and also doing reserves, I'm in awe, as Captain Washington mentioned, in awe of all that you do and all you bring to the table for the Navy and our country. Thank you is not enough, but it's all I have. So again, to my shipmates in RRD, thank you. So I'd be remiss if I didn't mention some of the metrics and results. Here are some statistics and metrics for 2017. The RRD headquarters and detachment provided over 2,400 total days of direct mission support. This is from a 41-member unit, of which 779 days were drilling support alone. The RRD headquarters and DET also coordinated active duty support to address NAVAIR critical priorities, primarily the PE mentioned, resulting over 6.5 full-time equivalent years of support in fiscal year 2017. In 2018, the RRD headquarters and DET provided over 2,114 total days of direct operational support, of which 709 days were drilling support alone. Again, this is about a 40-member unit. That means each member, I'm an engineer, I've got to throw some statistics in, contributed on average nearly 53 days per person of operational support to NAVAIR and the Navy. The end result, the RRD combined headquarters and DET were the back-to-back recipient of the Rear Admiral Hugh Smith NRP Unit of the Year Award in 2017 and 2018. I couldn't be prouder of you guys. So, with this legacy, I'm ready to pass the baton to you, Captain Duncan. Conrad, I expect that the dedicated members of RRD will do their best for you as well, and I expect to see great things in the future. I will now read my orders. Your request to be transferred to the retired list has been approved by the Undersecretary of Defense. Effective 1 December 2018, you will be transferred to the retired list in the grade of Captain. Detached in December 2018 from duty as Navy Reserve, Rapid Research and Development, Commanding Officer. Sir, I am ready to be relieved.
I'll now read my orders. When directed by Reporting Senior, detaching December 2018 from Program Executive Office, NAVAIR Reserve Program. Report not later than December 2018 for duty as Commanding Officer, Navy Reserve Rapid Research and Development.